Hello everybody, welcome to Dave's Fit Life. My name is Dave Canyon. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is November, it's Monday, November 26th, I think it is, a little bit after 11 a.m. I am here in Manhattan Beach, which is part of Brooklyn, New York. I'm on the peninsula. If you look on the map, look at Coney Island. I'm on the other end, right next to Kingsborough Community College, where I actually sort of went to college for a couple of days, maybe weeks, a couple of hours at Kingsborough Community College back in 1983, if I am correct. And I was on the radio station here. But anyway, yeah, that's Kingsborough Community College back there in the background. And I am standing in front of the Menorah Nursing Home and Rehab Center where my mother is staying. Yeah, so this has become the adult nursing home rehab center show. Sorry about that, folks. But anyway, that's the story. That's Dave's Fit Life. I'm fitting in, taking care of my mother. And by the way, I apologize for the wind. You know, I got the earbuds, and I'm going to take you for a little bit of a walk, and I'm going to explain to you what's been going on here. And so there's that. So there's the nursing home. That's the main entrance. As you can see, this is a long walkway. You can see there's a long walkway all the way to the end of the end over there. That's the Atlantic Ocean, folks. Pretty much, that's like the Hudson Bay or something like the Verrazano Bridge is in the distance. You can't see it today. Can I see it? No, you can't see it, but you might be able to see the Coney Island rides over there. I don't know if you even can see there's some rides over there in Coney Island. There's a parachute jump. And I apologize for the sound if the wind is blowing. I apologize for my fingers getting in the way, but we're still at that point where I'm holding the iPhone 6S. So that's the Atlantic Ocean. If you look on the map, you'll see the Verrazano Bridge is back there somewhere, and this is all the Hudson Bay. And if you can see that, if you can see any land over there, that's New Jersey. That's what they call the Atlantic Highlands and all that other stuff. Actually, my sister lives over there. As the crow flies, she's about 13 miles away, 15 minutes or something like that, but it takes about an hour and a half to get here with the New Jersey Turnpike and all that. All right, so let's take a walk, and I'll give you the update here on Dave's Fit Life. What have we been doing? So, as some of you have been following, my mother had a stroke back in early October, and I am here staying with her on leave from work. They're letting me sleep on a cot here at Menorah, M-E-N-O-R-A-H, and M-E-N-O-R-A-H, Menorah Nursing Home here in Manhattan Beach, Brooklyn. And I've been facilitating, interpreting, I've been a cheerleader, I've been many things to my family. Oh, Director of Communications. I am Director of Communications to the Canyon family, and that list seems to be growing every day of people who I have to be in touch with and communicate to, and I have had to be a stern, kind of like us, now I understand totally what Sarah Huckabee Sanders, is that her name? Sarah Huckabee Sanders goes through, because people are asking me questions, and they're texting me and they're calling me, and I have to say, hey, listen, there will be a press conference, and the Director of Communications of the Canyon family will speak when it's time to speak, when I have some information for you. Right now I'm getting information from the booth. Oop. They want me to keep my earbuds in there proper. So that's been exhausting. If you could imagine doing this for my mother, who's 81 years old, recovering from a stroke. I have not been in the Honda Fit at all. That's fine. There's no need for me, but there's still no place for me to shower here. So I haven't really been able to do any exercise, which is part of Dave's Fit Life, to get some fitness in there. Although I have gone to my father's house, who lives 10 minutes away, but I just haven't been able to work out a regular schedule. Did some spit just come out of my mouth? That's pretty gross. I haven't been able to fit a regular schedule of exercise. Also, the weather, as you can see, is a little, can you tell? You probably can hear the wind. It's a little iffy. So I have not been able to get good fitness and exercise and try to lose some weight and all that other stuff, which is part of Dave's Fit Life. I have not been sleeping in the Fit. I've been sleeping in a cot in my mother's room, which is really a whole nother story, because I have not been sleeping because I have to interpret for my mother. I have to educate this nursing staff as to how to treat a deaf woman recovering from a stroke. Oh yeah, that's the Marine Park Bridge. Can you see those two things sticking up? Also used to be called the Gil Hodges Bridge, maybe? I don't know. But I think it's listed right now as the Marine Parkway Bridge. And that bridge will take you across the water, and it takes you to the beaches of Queens, Reese Park, and other beaches that are out there. Anyway, so no exercise, no fitness, very little, if none at all, really. No sleeping in the fit. And what have I been fitting into my life? Really, almost nothing. Just really being an interpreter, being a cheerleader, being a facilitator of things. Also, of course, now that I'm down here, my father has found some uses for me. You know, like picking him up at the mechanic, taking him to get a haircut. He shows me his bills. I have to sort through his mail. And if you see me smiling or laughing, you know, it's kind of humorous. At the same time, I really wanted to stop. Stop it. Find somebody else to do your admin. I'm not really interested in being an admin for my parents, but these are things you have to do, I guess. And when your parents are deaf and somewhat uneducated, you know, it becomes more and more of a necessity, and that's the way it goes. So anyway, that's the story. I think, you know, I don't have to do a 12 to 15 minute video today. I want to thank Eddy and Lauren, by the way, from Senior Care Ambulette, or Senior Care Ambulance Service, whatever it's called. But Eddy and Lauren were two very nice people. One of them was 21 and one of them was 22, and they were driving an ambulance. And they took me and my mother from New York Presbyterian, which I think is what it's called. I'm calling it Columbia Presbyterian. I have no idea what they call it. The hospital. I think that's an appropriate name, the hospital, to the nursing home. And I rode in the back of this ambulance for an hour and a half, transporting my mom, having a nice conversation with Eddy and Lauren. Well, I hope that's still their names. I hope I didn't like really screw up their names. So here, I'm getting to the fence now of this walkway. Let's turn around. Can you see anything? No, you see fence. Can you see the rides? I'm gonna hold it up there. Can you see Coney Island? Somewhere there is the parachute ride on the top of your screen. I can't see it. Somewhere up here is the parachute. Through the fences, you gotta see it. All right, so there you go. It's a beautiful facility. I would have liked my mother to have had the stroke during the summer months. That would have been more appropriate. For those of you who have parents that are about to stroke out, if you could tell them, hey, Ma, Dad, whatever you do, try to do it during the warmer months, because it's much easier to do everything when it's warmer. Thank God it's not snowing. We've had some beautiful weather here. Right now it's like 50 some odd degrees. It's just a little windy, and of course you can see it's gray. Yesterday was actually very sunny, like 54, and yesterday was, Saturday was also in the 50s. It was nice, a little bit not as nice as yesterday. Saturday was not as nice as yesterday. So anyway, let's go back to Menorah. I'm going to end this video hopefully within 10 minutes, but I say that all the time. Yeah, we're going to do a short one today, folks, and then I don't. Sorry for the picture, but I'm trying to hold the microphone cord in such a way that it reduces or eliminates that wind that you may or may not be hearing. If I walk backwards, I think that's better because I blocked the wind. Now I have to walk backwards the half a mile that it took to get here. I don't know if we just stopped. Can you see that ship? I know I was so obsessed with a barge the other day. There's a ship out there. Boy, it's funny, with my eye I can see it clearly. With the camera, not so much. Where's that ship? It doesn't matter. There it is. I think that's it. Can you see it? I think it's right there. Yeah, there's a ship right there. At the end of my dirty nail, there's a ship. Okay. Gotta calm down. Yeah, so taking care of my mom, that's tough. My 81-year-old stroke recovery mom, who, by the way, I joked, not here on the camera, not here on the YouTube channel, Dave's FitLife, but I joked with one of the physical therapists at New York Presbyterian that when my mother, we'll know that my mother is back. We know my mother is healthy and on the road to recovery when she starts complaining. And last night she kind of complained. Not even kind of. You know me, I'm joking a little bit, but she complained. And to add to that wonderfulness of an 81-year-old woman complaining about everything, because nothing's ever good enough, she also flipped me the bird. And she also flipped the nurse the bird. And I almost packed and left and said, you know what? I don't need this. I'm ready to go, Dad. And I'm ready to go, Mom. I've done all I can do, not only for this week, in the last couple of weeks, for the last 55 years. You can take your deafness and your interpreting and your admin and your director of communications and your silent business partner and all things whatever, and you can shove it. But I didn't say that. I did not pack, but I felt it. And I can see why when you watch these shows about children who, let me be careful because they'll use this against me. I can see why you see these things on TV about parents who are abused by their kids and all that stuff. I can see that. I understand how you can get driven to that. I'm going to try not to do that because I know how easy it is to pack and leave. As Mr. Levy used to say back in the day when I was a little boy going to school at PS 276 in Brooklyn, and some of my friends who are watching this, hopefully they'll engage and comment. Mr. Levy used to say, Mr. Canyon, or anybody, you can get your coat and leave. That was his thing for the after-school program we had. If you were misbehaved, Mr. Levy was famous for saying that. You can get your coat and leave. Anyway, and people would leave. That was pretty much him saying, you need to go. All right, that's it. 11 minutes, right? We're good. You got it? It's very tough. Fitness, fit, in the Honda Fit. I've done it all. Thanks, folks, for your support. I'm really way behind on subscribers, guys. So a lot of you have been sharing it on Facebook, but it's so interesting. I see you sharing on Facebook, and yet nobody seems to notice, how you're sharing it. I see you tweeting it. Christine, thank you very much for your help. Of course, Linda and Mark and several other people whose names, of course, I can't remember. My brain is scrambled. Really. So thank you, guys. But Facebook isn't helping. They don't want me to have a successful YouTube channel. And they don't want you clicking on my links and going to YouTube. They want you staying on Facebook. Understandable, Mr. Zuckerberg. I get it. Dave Canyon is a threat to Facebook. God forbid people should watch my YouTube channel for 11 minutes and 45 seconds. God forbid they should veer away from Facebook. All right, enough spitting into the camera and enough all of this other stuff. Thanks, guys. 12 minutes. God bless you all, and I really appreciate your support. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. Did I mention that? I had a good one. I ate some food. I'll explain it maybe another day. There was food, not here at Menorah, but I had to go to a family, my in-laws' house. It was good. All right, guys, I think that's everything I covered, and shame on me if I didn't cover it, because I said, Dave, you should start writing things down on a list. You really need to make this channel better. Anyway, from the Atlantic Ocean in Manhattan Beach, Brooklyn, from the Menorah Nursing Home and Rehab Center, this is Dave Canyon saying goodbye. Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, Happy Birthday, God bless, good health, good Yontiv, Bisnachen, Happy Kwanzaa, good day, good night, goodbye, good luck, all that good stuff. Bye, guys. We'll see you next week. Did I tell you this was episode 18 and day 84? I think I mentioned that. Bye, guys. Thanks a lot. Bye.